Have you ever felt manipulated, cheated, or overpowered by someone in your life? Maybe you've trusted someone only to realize they were using you. I've been there too. A few years ago, I found myself in a situation where I was betrayed by someone I deeply cared about. I kept questioning myself. What did I do wrong? Could I have prevented it? That's when I came across a book that changed how I saw the world. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This book is unapologetically manipulative and deceptive. It lays out 48 strategies that morally corrupt people use to gain power. These laws are effective because they align with human psychology, but they also hold little moral ground. They reveal a dark side of how people seek control. Today, this video will take you through all 48 laws, explaining their manipulative and exploitative nature. It is something you won't find when reading the book for the first time. Towards the end of this video, you will find yourself aware enough that you can defend yourself against each tactic. This video isn't about teaching you how to become like the manipulators. It's about protecting yourself from them. Imagine a young man in the court of Louis XIV, eager to impress his king. He was talented and ambitious, but his brilliance made the king uneasy. Instead of being rewarded for his talents, he was cast out, never to return. The law indirectly teaches you a lesson, which is, if you make those in power feel insecure, you'll pay the price. This law demands suppressing your potential and encouraging the ego of others, a strategy that might keep you safe, but also diminishes your authenticity. Think of Abraham Lincoln, who famously included his fiercest rivals in his cabinet. Friends can betray you out of envy or complacency, but enemies? They have something to prove. They're predictable because they want redemption. But this law is deeply cynical, reducing relationships to a game of strategy where trust and loyalty are expendable. Besides, a friend who betrays you should not be called a friend in the first place. During World War II, the Allies orchestrated Operation Bodyguard to mislead Hitler about the location of the D-Day invasion. By keeping their intentions hidden, they ensured success. In life, revealing too much can make you vulnerable, giving others the chance to derail your plans. This law is manipulative and fosters a world where honesty becomes a liability and lies or whispers should be the norm. John D. Rockefeller mastered the art of saying less. His silence in negotiations unnerved competitors, forcing them to reveal their hands first. Speaking less can make you seem wise and mysterious, but it's also a way to withhold transparency, creating an imbalance in communication. Marilyn Monroe understood the power of attention. She cultivated mystery and charm, ensuring she was always the center of focus. But this law encourages creating spectacles, often at the expense of authenticity or substance. It's about manipulating others' attention for personal gain. Julius Caesar staged grand public events, not just to entertain, but to solidify his image as a hero of the people. The Romans adored him, but behind the spectacles was a calculated attempt to consolidate power. This law feeds on the human tendency to be captivated by grandeur, often distracting from ulterior motives. Reputation is everything. Steve Jobs built Apple's brand as a beacon of innovation. Even during failures, the company's reputation kept it afloat. But this law can also be weaponized. Destroying someone's name is a ruthless way to eliminate competition, often without direct confrontation. During the Cold War, nations used selective generosity, offering aid to weaker countries to gain influence. It wasn't about kindness, it was strategic. Acts of generosity can be calculated, designed to bind others into a sense of obligation. It's a manipulation of goodwill. Tesla, unable to compete directly with Edison in the early days, focused his efforts elsewhere, ignoring feudal battles. This law teaches that when something is unattainable, pretending it doesn't matter can give you the upper hand. It's a defensive tactic, but one that thrives on disingenuousness. Warren Buffett is a man of few words. His ability to listen more than he speaks often leaves his opponents at a disadvantage. It's a form of psychological manipulation, using silence to force others into revealing more than they intended. Chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov plans move several steps ahead, always anticipating his Mahatma Gandhi's nonviolent This law encourages long-term thinking, but it can also that winning hearts and minds calculated decisions that disregard ethical considerations. While this law can be uplifting, It can also be manipulative, using emotions to sway people into action. Napoleon's ambition led him to overreach, invading Russia and ultimately sealing his downfall. This law reminds us that restraint is often the key to lasting power. But it also implies a willingness to use people as stepping stones until victory is achieved. These examples show how power operates. These laws exploit human psychology, relying on insecurity, ambition, trust, and emotions. They encourage deception, manipulation, and selfishness, turning life into a calculated game. But you don't have to be a victim of these tactics. Let me tell you how to spot these tactics to defend yourself. When someone tries to make you feel small to outshine their own master, don't engage. Stay consistent in your self-worth and avoid the trap of playing to their insecurities. If someone surrounds you with mistrust, establish clear boundaries. Be observant. Watch their actions, not just their words. If you suspect someone is hiding their intentions, ask direct questions and watch for inconsistencies. People who rely on deception often struggle when pressed for details. And when someone uses attention-seeking tactics, focus on substance, not spectacle. Reputation attacks are common, but staying calm and presenting evidence-based responses can dismantle lies. Generosity that feels transactional? Politely decline and maintain independence. Most importantly, understand that these laws only work because they exploit vulnerabilities in human nature. By staying aware, practicing critical thinking, and valuing ethical behavior, you can navigate these challenges without losing your integrity. The 48 Laws of Power isn't just a book. It's a manual for understanding the games people play. It's also a cautionary tale about the price of power and the moral compromises it demands. Subscribe for more insights and strategies to protect yourself in this power-driven world. Knowledge is your greatest defense. Use it wisely.